So this is the one, I mean obviously I didn't wait for the paint to dry because I'm impatient, but this is the one that's made of accidental aluminium, basically tin foil. So when that was on the bike before, it was wobbling so much, like literally it was like the headlight was like a rave party. It was so bad. I haven't tested it yet, but I've done a steel one now. It's on there. I mean, it looks good. It does look good. I had to cut this bolt down as well because it was a little bit too long. There's a little bit, but I mean, you'd expect that from a bottom mount headlight anyway. So let's have a look, see. I mean, won't really know until we're riding, but moment of truth. I mean, it's not too bad. Once the bike sort of stabilizes, it's okay. But when I tell you that the other one was literally like, it was so bad. Alright, so far so good. I'm happy with that. Yeah, that ain't too bad. So, what happened with this headlight? First thing was, I did the shape wrong, which is fine, it's trial and error. Like, trial and error is like to be expected with that kind of thing, right? Second thing, I ordered some steel, and I ordered like, I must have read the measurements wrong, because it was chunky. It was more like a cube of steel than like a sheet of steel. The next thing, I was like, right, so I got a bit annoyed with myself because like I obviously read the measurements wrong. So I was like, right, okay, so I was more fixated on measurements at this point. Went on Amazon and I'm literally just typing 4mm, 3mm, 2mm. Completely ignore what the metal's made out of, so I accidentally ordered a sheet of Ali instead of a sheet of steel. So I basically made my first bracket out of tin foil. Again, it looks good, but like on the way to work, it was vibrating so much. So then I got a sheet of steel. It's all good. Made the bracket. Spent so much time with it. Got the shape right. And then the actual mounting hole, I accidentally drilled it too big, so the bolt just went like shrink. So I imagine that would have caused more vibration. So I had to make another bracket. So three or four brackets later, I think we've done it. It looks okay. Like, I've done this kind of stuff before, but it's just having, I think it's like what Mark said really. It's just having the confidence to just go for it and do it. He's the one sort of like gave me the push I needed to do that. And like, actually, I can do it. I'm not too bad at like motorbike wiring. Wiring makes sense because it's all color coded. I can do color coded. I've got red boxes on, I've got red socks on, I've got a red-ish t-shirt on. I can do color coding, right? I don't like to brag. But I think it's like having the patience and like having the confidence. The patience and the confidence is where I struggle. Something else that I find, and it's, I've had like, I found something out recently, which is like, it's been, I mean, I know I've always had it, and when I was younger, like in my teens, I didn't even believe in it. But like growing up, like I really struggled. I struggled to sit still, struggled to like relax, I struggled to listen. If I do something wrong, I'm like overly critical of myself, give myself a really bad time, really hard time. So I recently found out that, so I've been diagnosed with ADHD, and I'm not going to be one of those, I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, don't pick, leave me alone, don't pick on me, I've got the adhood. Leave me alone, I've got adhood. Like, it's mine to carry, and it's mine to learn how to like regulate and like stabilize, I guess, and like, oh, I hate this stuff. I hate this stuff. This fucking 20 miles per hour skid wrist bullshit bollocks. I hate it. I fucking hate it. So like, it's mine to carry. It's my, I don't want to say issue because it comes with strengths. It absolutely comes with strengths, but like, I'm so aware now, and it's just having that diagnosis has really helped. Just me understand myself and recognize when I'm having a bit of a moment, so I could just sort of catch it before it becomes a moment. I mean, I'm not like, it's not perfect. As I was getting my diagnosis, I was going through counselling as well. and it was so good. Honestly, it was so good. And because I'm quite self-aware of all my stuff already, bless her, the counsellor was just like, I'm not being funny, like, what do you actually need me for? Because you seem to know what the problems are, what the signs are, and how to deal with it. I was like, yeah, but like, I'm having a good week. Like, if it's a bad week, I want to know, like, just some like coping techniques and stuff like that. Fuck you, Skid Risk. She taught me this thing, and the example she gave me was like, I'm going to pull over to do this, and like anyone that sees me is going to think I'm absolutely fucking mental. But she was like, right, fold your arms. And I was like, okay, cool. So I folded my arms just like that. And then she was like, fold them the other way. So like your hand's probably over your left arm, so like try folding the other way. And literally I was just like dart. And the point she was trying to make is like, these exercises will help, but it will take time. Like eventually you'll be able to fold your arms the other way, but you have to think about it and you have to practice. I was like, that's brilliant. And I was like, how many times have you used that on a person just to be able to watch them like really struggle to just do a basic task? Like, paddleboard, all the things. What was I saying? Yeah, ADHD, creativity and all that jazz. So I could have gone the other way. Let's do that. Let's go the other way. Oh, then I've got to turn around. Oh, so many things. So let's go the other way and have a bit of a ride. What the fuck was I saying? Listening to Iron Maiden, one of my favourite songs, Wasted Years. It does come with all its strengths. So like, I'm also like, because I'm very like routine based, I can sort of tell when someone's like off. If they're off their, like, so if someone's like off their game or they're not themselves, kind of pick up on it. And I have like this knack, I say knack, I just want to make it better for them. Like, so over empathetic, but can also like see the signs that someone's not doing okay. I mean, we all know what it's like to not do okay. Just like make that bit of difference to try and help someone who isn't. Just got to wait for my GP to get my actual letter, which I've already got. And then we're going to talk about options. I'd love to know what anyone that's like experienced it or knows someone who experiences it. I'd love to know your opinions on it. I'm very skeptical about going down the medication route, because like I'm more focused on the strengths of it. So I'm very witty. I've got a really quick sense of humour. I'm known for it. I'm known for my creativity. I'm known for like being empathetic. I don't want to dull that down. I don't want to become like a zombie. I don't want to lose any of that. But where it has its strengths, it also has its downfalls. Like, I can't fucking sleep. I can fall asleep, but then 1 o'clock in the morning it'll be like, aha, I've got a better idea for that bracket. I've got to do it right now. 1 o'clock in the morning, right, I better do this now because it needs to be done. I can't have like a to-do list. I have to have a to-done list. But the to-done list is ironically never done. I mean, it would be nice to calm that stuff down. Like, I felt a little bit better, like ill-wise, but like mentally I felt amazing. Just like switching off, like actually switching off, not being able to do anything for 2 days. To be able to recognise that actually sitting down for a day, like actually being able to watch TV, I can't do it. I can't sit and watch TV. I find it mind-numbingly boring. I don't listen to the news or the radio because it's just full of fucking evil and fear-mongering all the fucking time. I got my own problems. Made a bracket out of fucking tinfoil. I can't be thinking about other shit. Everyone's fucking angry all the fucking time. Everyone needs to calm the fuck down. So I can't be listening to negative bullshit on the radio or the news. I can't be watching like, well, I can. That's a lie. That's an absolute lie. I can watch mindless shit, but it has to resonate with me. So like, I've been watching this series called Has Been Hotel, and it is like an adult cartoon, right? And it's only got 10 episodes, but I must have watched that series about 20 times. But I can't get into something new, which is dumb, because I must have got into that before. It was new at one point, so I don't know where. I don't even remember first getting into it. So it's bad. But I need to learn to be able to relax. might actually long the ride out. I might go right instead of left, be a rebel, live on that hedge. I fucking hate myself. I absolutely hate myself. That's another strength. I make jokes without realising I've made the joke, so I get to enjoy it afterwards as well. Ha, hedge. Funny guy. I love this little village. It's only one village across from my village, but it's so nice. It's cute. It's a cute little village. I like it. They've got like one of those like village fete things coming up, and it's got like a dog show, tombola, magic show, that kind of thing. And that sounds like, you know, like I'm definitely going to a motorbike related thing, but just knowing that I live in the countryside, those little reminders is nice. Like, it's just like a little reminder I finally got away from the city. City was too built up. Ironically, I changed the subject about what I was actually going to say, but that ties neatly into what I was going to say. So another part of like, I don't want to keep saying what I've got, or another part of it, like, it's more about like, it's who I am. It's a part of who I am. I don't feel like, I'm not suffering, I'm not like, you know, but like, it's just about listening to your body, listening to your heart and your mind, knowing when like something's not right for you, and like removing yourself and like putting yourself in a position where you can recharge. I do get like fulfillment by, let's go on an adventure actually, let's go somewhere where I haven't been before. But yeah, like sometimes I just need to recharge, and sometimes, and what I like, things that help me recharge are like just having a day to myself, like riding the bike. There we go. The bike actually really helps. The bike is like, because when you're on the bike, you've got no choice. You have to switch off. You have to think about what you're doing, because like, politely, I could die and I don't want to die. So I have to be alert. I have to be on top of what I'm doing. But it's just like, I'm just on my bike. Might go right instead of left sometimes. That's fine. Go on a little adventure. But I do need to learn how to I do need to learn to not be so fucking hard on myself all the goddamn time. Like, I need to learn that it's okay to do things my way, not, you know, dress like how everyone else is dressing, doing things the way other people are doing things. I've waffled a lot. This wasn't my intention. I was going to do like a small video for like the Bolt Facebook group, and then I just got into it, which is nice. So when I was ill recently, 100% my fault. So I've recently gotten into, well, like, I mean, you have to cook, right? It's not something you get into. You have to do it, or you die. I've become one of those. I love an air fryer. Absolutely love an air fryer. My mother-in-law, bless her, bought us a new microwave / air fryer. So technically we've got 2 air fryers. So I'm in my happy place. Like, one air fryer looks like a washing machine, like a tiny little desktop washing machine, and the other one is just a microwave, so you don't like take up any space. But I love doing like over the top stuff, rather than, like, to me, if you're gonna have a burger, right? If you're gonna have a burger, don't just go buy fucking frozen burgers and bung it in the oven. That is not cooking. That is warming something up. That is getting something hot, right? You can do that with meat, with like a wink and a cheeseburger, or a wink and a galaxy, right? I like to cook. Like, I wanna make the burgers from scratch. I wanna melt the cheese with my little flamethrower thing. I wanna make my own relish. That kind of shit. Like, I've been making a steak sandwich from a recipe that I found off of YouTube, and it is banging. I'm doing it tomorrow. It is absolutely banging. It's so fucking good. The trick is these caramelized onions with like Worcestershire. Worcestershire. My buddy Toby taught me a trick. If you say wash your sister, so caramelized onions with wash your sister sauce is amazing. Oh god, it's so good. But it's great because, like, if I want to do a roast chicken, if I want to do a roast chicken, I can do it in the rotisserie. But then I could do like potatoes or fries in the like microwave air fryer. I've never been this way, so I don't know where it's coming out of. I mean, it's only what, 8:50. We're just riding around pissing off all the villages on a weekend. Good morning, my neighbours. Oh, this is, I didn't know how much I fucking needed this morning. I really didn't. I mean, been anxious the last couple of days, but I don't feel anxious anymore. I mean, my throat hurts from all this fucking shouting. Dudley. So what's next for the bike? So I'm really happy with the headlight. It's starting to look like my old Bolt a little bit more. I love the smaller headlight. I think I'm gonna, rather than fuck around with cables, it's so fucking expensive. As much as I'd love like 10-inch like apes, I just can't be fucked with all the faffing with cables. I mean, if anyone wants to do it for me for a reasonable price, yeah, 100, but I can't be fucked with that. I really can't. I'm not doing it. I'll have to buy the cables, buy the bars, and then end up going to get someone to do it anyway. So fuck that, bun that off. I'm gonna get the built well Keystone bars again. I think they give the bike a good look. It gives it that height without having to like you know, you don't really lose any sort of cable or anything. I'm gonna call it a kickstand stance, right? With that height, it just gives it a nice line. You know, when you look at your bike and you go, that's my fucking bike, that's my bike, or really fucking bike. So yeah, going back to the cooking thing, I completely fucking forgot. So go back to the cooking. So really into my cooking. So I had a week off last week, and I thought, right, let's go out with a bang. Let's have a really nice barbecue before we go back to work. So on the Sunday, do a barbecue, and I was taking the mickey out of my mother-in-law a little bit because she doesn't like spice. She doesn't like spice, which is fair. Everyone, you know, you like what you like. Doesn't matter what other people like. You like what you like. That is it, right? I feel like I have an obligation to take the piss about anyone that can't handle spice. So I do. I don't call it spice. I call it flavour. Where am I? I don't actually know where I am. I don't know what road this is. There's moo cows. There's a bridge. Mill Street. Oh, I don't know which way to go. This is exciting. I do. It's that way to go to my house. Oh, I know where I am. Moo cows. Sorry, I was. I know it's going to sound dumb, but I was looking for the sun. So yeah, I did a barbecue. I took the piss. So I bought, me and my missus. I bought spicy chicken, and then I bought plain chicken for the mother-in-law. Turns out the spicy chicken wasn't cooked properly, so me and Lou got unwell, and the only person that didn't get unwell was the mother-in-law. That is called karma chicken. If you want the recipe for karma chicken, let me know. I mean, not that you guys haven't noticed already, but another downfall is keep forgetting what I'm talking about. I'm having 7 different conversations at the same time, and I'm alone, which is probably worse. I'm talking to myself and I'm forgetting what I'm talking about. So Built-Well Keystone bars. I want to get the digital speedo so I can change the lights. Might even go down the smaller indicator route again, but I am happy with the smoked ones. I just think having a smaller headlight, but it is looking good. The bike is looking. Another problem is impulsive hobbies. So all my hobbies are expensive. So I have, like, if I see something, I'm like, yeah, that's a bit of me. Recently tried paddleboarding, fucking love it. The paddleboard I want, £800. The paddleboard I'm gonna get, £150. Am I gonna get it now? Probably not. My other hobbies include this fucking thing, playing guitar, expensive. Astrophotography, so I've got a telescope, expensive. You know, like the little Warcraft mini painting things, I've got into them, expensive. PC gaming and streaming, fucking expensive. Got 2 air fryers, expensive. So, this was all skid risk bullshit as well. This was all skid risk, 20 miles per hour bullshit. Hate it. Absolutely. Why are we paying fucking road tax when all they do is put down a load of stones? We're the ones that make it fucking flat. We're doing half the work. We should get like a deduction. We should get a fucking deduction. Not to mention, I'm triggered, not to fucking mention that when it is fresh, all of those chippings are going on my fucking paintwork on my bike. That's bullshit, and I'm paying tax for that. I'm fucking paying for that service. So yeah, when I got lost earlier, I use the sun for directions. I genuinely do. So like whenever I'm lost, I'm just like, right, well the sun's coming up that way, so that must be east. But also like, depending on the time of year, the sun sits a little bit lower, which is south. I mean, I can only go two ways really. If the sun's behind me, I'm going north. If it's in front of me, I'm going south. So I'm either going to hit the M25 eventually or the sea. But two of my biggest strengths is I can usually guess what time it is without looking. As long as I've had like some sort of reference, I'll always catch an alarm in the last 10 seconds of it going, in the last 10 seconds of it going off. I can roughly tell you, like, maybe 10-15 minutes, give or take. But I could guess what time it is. I could, like, if I'm out for a while, I'll be like, oh, it must be about 11:20. Then I'll look, it'll be like 11:15. But also, like, I've got a good body compass, so I only have to go to a place once, and then I won't need a sat nav again. And then if I do need a sat nav, I'll use the sat nav. I'm not gonna lie, but like, if I could just like, if I feel like I can work it out, I will use the sun. You know, there's like arrogant, like, go on then, fucking go on then. I'll tell you what, we're gonna go to the Lake District with nothing but the sun. I want you to take us there with nothing but the sun. Don't quite work like that. I'm not a fucking naval navigator. I just know if I'm going north or fucking south. The headlight is still on. I've done some markers on the garage door, so when I get in the garage, I'll see if the headlights moved at all. Nobody knows about the marks on the garage door, so keep that under wraps. I've put a little line on the garage floor and two little dots for my high beam, low beam. So these are my marks. So dip beam, high beam. My line. Just wish you could turn. Anyway. Yeah, it hasn't moved. It hasn't moved. Lovely. And it does look good. I'm happy with it. I just hope it's centre. There's something's telling me that isn't. Beautiful. Thanks for listening to me waffle about loads of stuff. I was literally going to just do a thing on the headlight. Where's the tinfoil bracket? This is the tinfoil bracket. That's the template for the tinfoil bracket. There's another template. There's more in here. I'm sure there is. Right at the bottom, maybe. Look how thick this fucking thing is. I wasn't gonna fuck around with that. But yeah, I've got like I've got this template. Lou's drawn it out for me, and she's done that. I'm not. That's not my bracket. It's just my variant. But I've done the measurements of like the bolts, and it's got like the centimeters and stuff like that. If anyone wanted to give it a try, the way I did this bracket is I used these nylon stays, slightly longer bolts, and I think it was 3 mil. I think it was 3mm. 3mm steel this time. The headlight, I'll put links in for everything. The headlight I got off of Amazon as like one unit. It did have. Where's the thing? Where did I put the thing? Oh, Pabby's tidied. Aha, the thing. So it did have these on there. I just wired it in. I'll fuck around with that after. Like maybe do some proper connectors. I tried to use spade connectors, weren't having it. Or did it? I don't remember if it actually worked or not. I might have spade connectors in there. It was just easy. I didn't want... Cause the problem is that would have been hanging out. So it would have been like that. And then you would have had to connect it like that. And it's just more gumph. I want less gumph. And gumph is a new word that I've learnt. And I hate it, but it works. So I wanted less wires, not more. So I did all the wiring internally. I took this apart. This comes together. This comes like as seen. But I chopped this off and I did my own using spade connectors. Just so all the work... So you can still disconnect it from the inside, but you don't have these flapping about. But I love it. It just makes it look more... It looks darker, doesn't it? Like... I never know how to leave a video. Like if I'm on a phone, I just hang up. And it just feels rude, more rude. So yeah, on the Facebook group I will put the templates so you could just like download them, give them a go. I'll put links below for all the stuff, and for the Bolt Facebook page. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Thank you for listening to me waffle on about all the stuff. Really enjoyed my little ride this morning. I might even go back out. But yeah, that's me for now. Oh, that's annoying me. I wish I could colour you in. I don't want to take the tank off again. I need to shut up, pee.